Hi, good afternoon or good morning. This is going to be chapter 19 of United as One. The guy goes by Rex for short. It turns out this is the second time Adam saved his life. The first was after an explosion at Dulce Base. Adam nursed Rex back to health after that, and the two traveled together for a while. Rex eventually helped Adam gain access to the Mox Plum Island facility, which is where they were experimenting on Urgimeri. They even helped Adam escape once the Chimeri were freed. Rex justified this as paying his debt to Adam rather than betraying his fellow Mox, even though it was both. Do you think we can trust him? Nine asks me. Adam does, I reply. They spent weeks together. Adam nursed him back to health. Yeah, but Nine lowers his voice. Like it or not, he's one of them. We stand on the bridge of the warship, cleared now of everyone but our people. We are flying the warship slowly up the Niagara River, looking for a safe place to land so that we can pick up the squadron of Canadian Special Ops. Lexa flew Nine and the others up here once the sky was clear of strangling screamers and the Mongolian ground troops were eliminated. The warship took care of them all without even unloading the full power of its energy cannons. Adam and Rex handled the weapons, working together. He killed his commanding officer, I tell Nine. He helped us finish off the Moxons outside of the warship. Desperation, Nine responds. Dude would have done anything to save his own ass. You know those trueborn ones that don't give a shit about the Batworm. He'd probably blow up a million of them if it meant he could keep breathing. Maybe. Nine and I stand on the commander's perch, overlooking the various stations down below. From here, we can watch Adam and Rex pilot the ship and talk between them without being overheard. Six and Medina are down below with the two Mox, looking over the controls and talking with Adam. You don't think they are capable of change? I asked Nine. Adam changed. Yeah, but I always thought that was because he banged number one or something. I give him a tired look. What? He replies. I shake my head. Anyway, Rex is the only one Mog. Even if he wanted to betray us, what do you think he could really do? What I leave unspoken is that I've just killed an entire ship's worth of Mongolians. One left alive isn't going to stop what I've got planned. As for my question about Mongolians learning to change, I'm not sure I want to know the answer to that myself. It's easier if I imagine them as vicious enemies that would never listen to reason, that are incapable of knowing justice or mercy. But the more I get to know Adam and now Rex, the more I see of Mongolians like the one who died thinking his god Sejugastra had abandoned him. The more I wonder if they haven't just been completely brainwashed as people. Given time, could they change? I'm not gonna stop fighting and ask the invaders if they like to be rehabilitated. It's too late for that. But I wonder what will happen once I cut off the head of their twisted society. Once I kill Citricastra. I intend to find out soon. He doesn't have any bad intentions. Nine visibly jumps, and my shoulders tighten as Ella creeps up behind us. She smiles a bit, and for a moment I wonder if she's having some fun with how spooky she's been lately. Her eyes spark with Loric energy as she scans the two of us. Goddamn, Ella, Nine says, catching his breath. Did you read his mind or something? Yes, she responds. He has harbored doubts about the morality of his people ever since he first encountered Adam. He's been too frightened to act on them until you gave him an opportunity, John. Well, that made me sleep easier if I plan to sleep anywhere on this gross-ass ship, Nan says, already losing interest. Maybe we should just have Adam talk all the nice to the rest of the Mox, huh? Go all social worker on them. Ignoring Nine, I turn to Ella. The lure light's so near the falls that you turn off. Can you reactivate it? Yes, she replies. Then let's go. Okay, bye, Nan says, frowning as we exit. I lead Ella through the empty halls of the warship. The traces of my battle with the ship's crew are everywhere. Burns, debris, damaged panels. The two of us don't say anything until we're almost at the docking bay. Ella finally breaks the silence. You're mad at me. I run a hand through my hair, find it sticky and matted with sweat. Yes, I don't know. You wish I had warned Sarah, or warned you. I shake my head. It doesn't matter now, does it? I slow my walk down and turn towards her. In your visions, I told you, I'm not looking at the future anymore. When you were, then, did you see me like this? Did you see that what I've become? What have you become, John? Ella asks, tilting her head. I bite the inside of my cheek before answering. I remember the looks I was getting from Six and Adam during our tag on the warship. Something my friends are afraid of. Tentatively, Ella reaches out and brushes her fingertips around me. They aren't afraid of you, John. They are afraid. They are afraid for you. I shake my head, whatever that means. I've already wasted too much time here. There's still so much to be done. Of course, even though I'm doing my best not to show it, I'm feeling tired in a way that I've never felt before. It's beyond exhaustion. Exhaustion. It's like my every atom is splitting apart, like I've exploded except my body doesn't know it yet. Pushing so much power through me, using so many different legacies, it takes a toll. I was running on adrenaline by the end of the battle. But I'm still standing. That means I'm still fighting. We enter the docking bay. Lexa stands next to her ship, the Lurik bezel sticking out like a sore thumb among all of these Moldorian skimmers. Need a ride back down? Lexa asks, seeming eager to get off the warship. That's okay. I got it. I pick up Ella around the waist and we fly through the reopened docking bay blast doors into the blue sky. My body aches from the exertion, but I'm not wasting even the seconds it would take the Lexa to power up the ship. It's a short journey back towards the falls in dormant Lorelite Stone. Down below, I catch the glimpses of skimmer wreckage, the result of our turning the Mock's own gun against them. I can also see the bulk of our Canadian friends, now securing a perimeter around the Lorelite Stone. You're getting good at this, Ella says as I sit us down. Yeah, thanks. The nerve-eye soldiers escape at us. Still not used to seeing people flying around, I guess. As we walk towards the Lorelite Stone, Ella turns to me. You're gonna go after Citrus soon, right? I nod. You'll need my drain in, she says. I know. Honestly, I'm surprised you haven't tried learning it already. I look up at the warship hovering above us. I need the other legacies first. Needed to make sure I had the power to push through Citrus guards and get to him. Draenens only got one use. Like all the legacies I've observed, I think I can feel the Draenen lurking inside me. A negativity, a vacuum, a cold absence. In truth, I haven't wanted to try it out. It feels wrong. As if reading my mind, Ella gives me a grim look. When I was a prisoner on the Anubis, Citrus made me practice on 5. It wasn't fun. Practicing on 5, I should have thought of that, I say, only half joking. Citrus can take away legacies with a thought. I haven't gotten to that level yet. I'm still stuck charging objects. Maybe you'll learn it faster than me. That's a stretch, I say. I haven't even tried yet. Ella purses her lips. Actually, that might be for the best. Make a drain-in charged weapon, like Pittacus lore had. That way, even if he stops your legacies first, you'll still have that to fall back on. Good idea, I reply, subconsciously touching Five's blade, which is sheathed and concealed on my forearm. Thanks. From our left, one of the higher-ranking soldiers timidly approaches holding a satellite phone. I pause to acknowledge him, and Ella wanders on, heading for the Lorelite Stone. Your co is on the line, the soldier says, holding out the phone. I don't have a co, I reply. The soldier only shrugs, like he's just a messenger. I take the phone from him, knowing that it's going to be lost on expecting a progress report. Before speaking to him, I watch Ella wrap her arms around the Lorelite Stone. It goes from dull, ordinary gray to glowing azure in a matter of seconds. Some of the soldiers watching awe and ah. Ella rests her cheeks against the stone, letting its restored energy pulse over her. This is John, I say into the phone. What's this I hear about you taking over the Mongolian ship? Lawson barks into the phone. I figured since I was already up there, I reply. Lawson sighs into my ear. Well, I suppose that's one less of the big bastards we have to take down. On the other hand, probably only pissed off Citrus even more. Feel like this ceasefire won't last much longer. You keep taking his ships. It won't have to, I say. We got what you wanted. You get coordinating with the other armies, tell them you have to go to the Lorelite locations. I show you, and I'll have my people deliver the cloaking devices. I hope it's enough, Lawson grumbles tentatively. Eggheads here haven't made me much progress. Then again, if Then again, if all we need is you to bring down these warships, hell, you know you've got ones hovering over Washington and Los Angeles, right? Still, right? Not to mention the big bitch herself in West Virginia. I peer up the sky while Lawson speaks. Could I do it again? Take on another warship the way I'm feeling? I flex my hands, feeling the burning sensation in my fingers that I haven't been able to shake. I asked Marina to use her healing legacy on them, but she said she couldn't sense anything wrong. The only explanation is that I pushed my powers too far, and this is my body showing it. Just like we can't heal exhaustion, we cannot heal legacy burnout. How much more fighting can I do before I need a serious rest? I rest. That's funny. As if there's time for that with the warship still hovering over the 20-odd cities, simply waiting for Suzuka Straw to finish his sick experiments, finish getting stronger before finally attacking. There's no time to rest, so the question becomes how far can I push myself? How much damage can I do before I finally collapse? Guess I'll find out. I'll see what I can do. In the meantime, make sure your people are ready to launch the attack as soon as possible. Before Lawson can respond, I hang up. Finished with the Lorelite stone, Ella walks back over to me. I toss her the satellite phone, and she catches it with 2 hands. Tell the others they should coordinate with Lawson on delivering the locking devices, I say. We'll meet in West Virginia. Bring the warship. We'll take down the Anubis and finish off Suzuka Straw. Okay, Ella says and raises an eyebrow. What are you gonna do? I gaze into the direction of our stolen warship, still visible in the horizon. I'm gonna repeat performance. Ella's eyes widen. Another warship? I'm just getting worn up. Wait, John. Before Ella can try to talk me out of it, I'm back in the air, streaking away from the Niagara Falls. This is how it has to be. I need to keep going, no matter how tired I feel. I need to keep fighting. The sun is already getting low in the sky. It took the better part of the day to get up there. Good to get up here, to take the warship, to organize everyone, to slow, pushing myself to fly faster. An odd sensation that's a bit like driving upwards into a pool. I decided that I'll head for DC. I'm not a GPS, I don't know exactly where I'm going, but I figured that if I head southeast, I'll start to see landmarks and cities that I recognize and, eventually, my target. I tell myself that I'll be faster this way, more efficient, and that it's ultimately safer for the others. Even so, I think I should have at least brought Bernie closer along. He and Dust watching my back was invaluable, and he would have fit right into the pocket of my vest until I needed him. Oh, damn it, my vest. I look down at myself and cringe. I'm an idiot. I took some major volleys of blaster fire during my assault on that warship. The clocking device I had strapped to my chest along with a battery pack that provided its use are both completely fried. I'm flying around with 2 useless pieces of plastic strapped to my body. With a disgusted shake of my head, I unclipped the vest and let it fall into the ground below. I can't go back to Niagara Falls. Ella will have definitely told the others by now, and they'll try to talk me out of it by going off on my own. Part of me knows this is a crazy idea that wouldn't stand up to Six and Marina getting in my face. No, can't go back there. I'll have to make a stop at Patience Creek. I have got a better chance of not facing any lectures there. Luckily, I'm not too far from Lake Erie, and once I get close, it's not all that hard for me to retrace the flight path that Lexa took earlier today. After only a few swoops in the wrong directions and one stretch where I found myself stuck in a bank of clouds, unable to navigate, I see the fogs bed and break fast on the lakeshore. Even with the wrong turns, the trip was still quicker than an inner ship, and I've only just begun pushing this flight legacy. My plan is to fly in through the cavern a few miles south of the complex, shoot through the tunnel, and enter directly into the underground garage, where I know the clocking devices are kept. In and out, except when I glide in by the main cottage, something doesn't look quite right. The sun is just beginning to set, causing the trees to cast long shadows across the grounds. I know for a fact that Lawson had a few soldiers hidden out here, acting as sentries. Maybe the weird lighting is messing with my vision, but I swear I don't see them. I fly lower and notice something else. There's a black government SUV parked in the gravel driveway right in the front of the house. That's unusual. This place has been kept such a secret because everyone uses the cavern entrance. None of Lawson's people would be dumb enough to park a blatant government vehicle right in front of this top secret location. But then I remember I loaned one of those cars to someone else, for a personal matter. Mark James. I come in for a landing a few yards from Patience Creek's porch. To my left, the tire swing attached to an old maple tree sways gently back and forth. Everything seems quiet and normal, but I'm getting a weird sense that I'm being watched. I sensed Mark right away. He stands in the doorway to Patience Creek, his back to me. Last time I saw him, he was a mess and punched me in the face. Now he's stiff, his head cocked in a strange way. Mark, I say cautiously, you're back. He turns to me, his motions all herky-jerky. I see it immediately, how pale his skin is, the dark black veins that make a spiderweb across his cheek. Mark's eyes are wide. He's crying, but other than that, his face is completely devoid of emotion. I know that his fingers are clenched into jaws, like he's paralyzed. I'm sorry, John. He manages to stammer out. Mark, they made me. I almost managed to spin around in time. 3 tendrils of black ooze launch towards me. The tip of each one sharpened like a drill bit. One pierces the back of my shoulder, the other shoots through my hip, and the third penetrates my armpit as I raise my hand to defend myself. It's like being stabbed by something living, something that burrows. I feel the tendrils digging deeper into me. My healing legacy kicks in, tries to fight them off. When it does, an acidic burning washes over my every nerve ending. I scream and fall to my knees. We did make him, says a cherry female voice. But we didn't have to try very hard. I recognize her from the mock communicator and from the other stories. The trueborn standing over me is Fury Dunra. I twist around in the grass to get a look at her. Fury Dunra's entire left arm is missing, replaced by a writhing mass of citrus rust black ooze, thick and oily, shaped like a dead tree. The 3 tendrils spearing me, the inmate wrapped from her. I try to pry them out of my body with my bare hands, but the ooze hardens at my touch, becomes razor sharp, and I only succeed in cutting my palms. I try to shove her away with my telekinesis. It doesn't work. Nothing works. As I struggle, I see sparks of Loric energy pulsing out of me, traveling out my connection to Fairy Dunra and guttering out inside her arm. Her eyes roll back in her head for a moment. Then she holds out her normal arm, palm up. Fairy Dunra's hand glows. A ball of fire rises out from her palm, the flames tinged with purple. Oh, this is nice, John Smith, she says. I could get used to it. More moths begin to emerge from the trees around Patience Creek, and I don't know how I missed them. There's so many. But then I see one step out of a shadow, literally step out from there was nothing before. And I realize that they are teleporting in somehow. Citrus Ra has succeeded. Some of these moths, like Fairy Dunra, have legacies. No, I won't call them that. They're sick. What word does Citrus Ra use? Augmentations. That's what these twisted powers are. An older trueborn, bald and impossibly thin, comes to stand next to Fairy Dunra. His eyes are completely glazed back. He ignores me, staring instead at Mark. The thing mock curls a finger in Mark's direction, and I'm vaguely aware of a sound like locusts moving through leaves. The ooze under Mark's skin moves, and he's forced into motion. He stumbles down the steps of Patience Creek, his hands pulling out something from inside his coat, each movement looking painfully forced. We heard stories about these inheritances you, Loric, received from your dead parents or whoever. Fury Dunra says conversationally, smiling. Little keepsakes from your dead planet. Here's the secret, John. Beloved leader kept some things too. Mementos. Trophies to help him remember his first great conquest. Mark holds in his hand something that looks like a rope, except it's deep purple in color and glistening. Something's not found in this world. I recognize it. Of course I recognize it. From a vision of the past. It's a noose Bidkus lore once tied around Citrus Ra's neck. The one that gave him his scar. I remember from Ella's vision that the material is called boron. That it only grew on Lorien and that my legacy won't heal its wounds. Mark kneels down and loops the noose over my head. Fury Dunra grins at me. Beloved leader, thought you would enjoy the irony. Alright, and this is the end of chapter 19. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching.